All right, so really fantastic news. Sorry I sound kind of snuffly. I have this really terrible head cold. But beyond that, um, today I think I finally broken my therapy rut, which was really, really exceptional. Um, the morning started out a little happy, sad. Um, I woke up. Well, I went to bed last night thinking, "Oh my God, I want to binge so bad." And then this morning I woke up and I was like, I don't even think I was half awake before I was in the car driving to McDonald's to get McDonald's breakfast, and which is like my favorite binges. And I still feel like I could binge right now, but I I'm really trying not to, because I just had a really productive therapy day. But um, so I go to McDonald's and I bought a lot of food, and I was really actually pretty bummed because of all the food I bought, including three large drinks, I was not full enough, and I like to have that really full feeling. Plus, it's easier to get kind of all that food out if I'm really full. So, I had to drink extra water, and then I was all mad because I was like, oh, I just could have just eaten more food instead. But I got that out, and then I had enough time to take a shower and get ready for therapy, and I had no idea how the whole thing was going to go. And last week well, 2 weeks ago, I suppose, I went and right after therapy, no, it was last week, I'm sorry. I bought a whole, $60 of binge food at CVS, and, which is not the place to buy binge food because it's really expensive. And, so I had, and I told my therapist, and she was like, it's not helpful when you go to therapy and we do all this work and then you go and you throw up therapy. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. So, I felt really, really bad about that, and I felt like she was really disappointed, and so then today I was like, oh, okay, you know what I'll do is I will binge before therapy, so then I'm not binging up therapy. I'm getting what I want, and I'm making her happy in the process. Like, how diluted is that, where is my head? So, okay, I get into therapy and we start talking, and I don't really know how it came about, but I just started telling her, oh, I remember. Here, I'll tell you guys. So I've been working on my grounding techniques, and I've been really frustrated that the ones that I have, I feel like they don't work, and I know that I've said that before. So I was looking up online trying to find better grounding techniques, and I'm not finding anything that I hadn't already learned. And I was like, there has got to be more. What the hell? And I think I kind of came to this realization that there's not. And if there is, it's something that I kind of have to modify for myself and, kind of make it my own and make it work for me. But essentially the work is on me. I can't just teach her or have her teach me these grounding techniques, expect to do them, and then automatically feel better. I have to actually really do the work and make them work for me and really try hard. And I was kind of just hoping that I would do them and then just poof, magically I'd feel better. And that wasn't the case. That is not the case. It actually takes real work. And not that I was trying to get something for free, but I just didn't really think I realized how in depth and how much I'd really have to put into feeling better. Because I have this medication and I have all these, so-called new tools, and why wouldn't they work? You actually have to work at them. Funny. So, I was working on that all weekend, and sometimes that was getting really triggering, and it was kind of difficult. So I started doing this thing where I have to like name what I see out loud, and it can't just be like tree, like sign, stoplight, right? It has to be a little bit more descriptive than that, like, um, flat retaining wall, or speed limit 25, 3:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 2 lanes. Like these signs that I see, while I'm driving, like I have to like actually read them, or name off like people's license plate numbers, or I'm gonna put this down just a smudge because there's a cop up there, and kind of like name what I see around me, and that's a leaf blowing in the wind, and it has this shape, or this is what I notice, and really, and saying it out loud, something about saying it out loud really makes a big difference. I don't know why, but I guess it probably just uses more of your senses, and kind of makes me more aware of my surroundings. So I used that twice this weekend. I used that once when I was driving to boyfriend's house. I don't know what I was triggered by, but I started thinking about my mom, and I got really, really upset, and I was really mad, and I'm kind of having this conversation with her in my head, and I'm just like, really pissed, and I don't like going to boyfriend's house in a bad mood, because I don't want to like, I want to be present when I get there. I don't want to like take out my shittiness on him. So I was like, 3/4 of the way there, and I was like, okay, I need to calm down. And so I started doing this, and it's actually incredibly difficult to be trying to name things when you're really like, floaty and just kind of out there, and not all dissociated, and not in a place to be naming things out loud. So I did it then, and then I did it again later on that weekend. I, was looking up more grounding techniques while boyfriend was asleep, and he woke up, and I had asked him something, and he responded, and I had taken what he said the wrong way. I was being overly sensitive, and I was like, I didn't need to go outside. I need to like calm down, and so I did, and that helped a lot. Like I did the same thing where I was like naming off, things I saw around me, and so if you guys are looking for a technique and you can't find one, give that a shot. That might ultimately work out pretty well for you. So I was talking to a therapist about that, and then we started talking about how it's hard for me to accept when people want to like fuss and take care of me, and that how it's something I've always wanted. I've always wanted somebody to notice that I wasn't doing well. I wanted somebody to notice that I was having a hard time. But then when they did notice, nobody did notice. But what if they had? What would I have done with that? And kind of learning that nobody does notice was really difficult growing up, and so I kind of assumed that no one ever would. And then I have awesome boyfriend, and I have awesome therapist who are like, if you like, we're gonna notice, and if you tell us something's wrong, we're gonna pay attention. So going back to Christmas time, when I was having a very difficult time, and I didn't want to go see my family, and I wasn't taking care of myself, and I landed in the hospital and all that sort of thing, I have these two people who are like fussing over me and taking care of me, and I didn't know. Apparently part of me wanted it, because I told my therapist and I told my boyfriend, this is what's going on. So I could have lied to them and then just not said anything and kept on keeping on, but I told them. So part of me wanted them to know. But then when they wanted to do something about it and help me out, I didn't know what to do with that, and I felt very threatening. Like, I didn't know what they were going to do. I didn't trust them to do what I wanted them to do. I didn't feel very safe about it. I've just really turned around. So we talked a lot about that, and how, you know, it's a new feeling, it's a new process to have somebody want to take it, somebody that actually like pays attention and wants to be there to help you, and that being okay, and being able to trust that. And you know, there's a lot of other little things that I won't say, they're not inconsequential, but that probably aren't as meaningful right now for this video. But that was that was a big deal. All of that was a big deal. So, and I really felt like, you know, we communicated really well. And I think that I'm kind of out of my rut. That I am now in a space where I want to be more involved, because there's things that I want that I can't have in the current state that I'm in. So I've got to be more involved in therapy, and I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with it 100% of the time, but as it stands right now, I'm okay with that. And I think that's about all I have to report. I know today is my second to last group, and then group ends, and then I have a name of another like, it's another group. It's a trauma group. I have the name of like the intake coordinator, and you know, she's out of town, so I've been trying to get a hold of her, but and that'll probably be more IOP sort of thing, like several times a week, that kind of thing. So besides my big binge today, and besides being incredibly thirsty and kind of wanting it like my sweet tooth is kicking in now, and I really want like a big sweet like cake to binge on, but I'm gonna try to steer clear of that, at least for the time being. And you know, kind of just see where the rest of the day takes me. Try to be okay with the fact that I only have 2 groups left, which is hard, because I'm very close to this group and a lot of the people in it, and I don't know that I'll really ever see them again. So, you know, we'll see. But that's the update I have for this week. So, yeah, I'm doing well, and I hope you're all doing well, or at least doing better than, that was a really big bump, at least doing better than you have been. So, talk to you all soon.